Hello and welcome, Fish here with another BMS training video. This time we're going to look at the mission 11, which is LGBs, and we're going to do this mission a little bit differently. We're going to use autopilot for the ingress and most of the mission, and we're also going to switch off our HUD. So we're going to demonstrate how to do it heads down in the cockpit should you have a problem with the HUD. So let's have a look at the mission outline here. We can see we're approximately, all told, maybe about 25 miles, 23 miles from the target area, and we have an IP point is 0.6 and our target is 0.7. And our focus is on a crane in the area of the naval base, and that's what we're going to try and hit. I normally set up by changing my tower here, and let's have a quick look before we go at our loadout, and we can see we have 4 LGB 12s and our LGB laser code is 1688, which we shouldn't need to change. So with that in mind, let's jump into the pit and start the mission. Okay, we're in the pit now and we're heading towards the IP point, and we've got a bit of setting up to do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch us into autopilot, steer point and altitude hold mode. Going to set our throttle at about somewhere between 90 and 95%, and then we're going to set up our laser.
In position.
From the ICP we choose list 0, 5, hover down once to change from training to combat, then return. And I'm going to swap over our SMS page over to the left hand side so we can see the pickling. Going to change it to 1 pair, and on our TGP switch it on here from standby to air to ground mode. We go back to our HSD, we see we need to move on to our next steer point, which is the target point. We're currently at 17,000 feet. I'm going to switch off our HUD. We're going to just look at the cockpit. We're going to do this from the pit completely. Now we can forget about our HSD because we've got visual on the target area. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to lock onto it from this distance, because we end up locking onto the building instead of the crane, which is what our target shot is for. So on the left hand side we're going to watch this because this will tell us when we pickle. Now just a quick rule of thumb: if you're anywhere over 25,000 feet and you were going at Mach 0.8, at the moment we're going at Mach 0.7. If you're going at Mach 0.8, you'd need to pickle at about 8 miles out. So we're going to use that rule of thumb. We're going to start pickling here. You can see it's 8.5 miles out. And we're going to switch on the laser arm first, and we're going to hold the pickle down. While we're doing that, I'm going to tune our heading bug in, because we're going to change that over as soon as we release the weapon. We're going to change our autopilot over. So down to 5 point. Okay, there's a pickle away, we can see. We'll let our finger off the button. You can see we've got 2 GBUs left. So now the bomb is in the air. 2 things we need to do is we need to change to our heading mode so that the steer point doesn't drive us off target when we overrun it. And then I'm going to cut back on our throttle.
Vandal 3-2, request permission to engage.
And as soon as we're high enough over the target area, I'm going to lock up on the target. We see 19 seconds to go. Our laser will start firing. There it is at 17 seconds. Our speed is down to 300, so that gives a little bit of time to loiter, so we have a good it's a good laser target directly above it. 2 seconds, 1 second, boom. Okay, so and now we can come out of autopilot. And we can move on to our steer point, our egress steer point. Switch off our air to ground mode. So that's just a very quick video demonstrating how to attack a target using the autopilot, and essentially it makes the work a lot easier, and it's more controlled. And what I suggest is that you should choose an altitude and a max speed to do all your runs in, and you get a good feel for when the release point comes for each of those. So I hope you found this useful, and as usual, please feel free to make any comments. Thanks for watching.